Hey everybody, welcome out to the Dice Tower. My name is Chris Yee, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a pile of poorly named games. You may disagree with me. I am okay with that, because I will stand that I don't think these games have great names, but there's more connective tissue than that. And that's that I'm going to bundle these reviews together. If you've ever seen Tom do these, I'm not going to give an overview of the game. I'm not going to do the rules section at all. I'm just going to talk about them, tell you what I think about them, why they're poorly named, and then also just my thoughts on the game in general. So, let's get started. First on the list is going to be the game that I enjoyed the least, and I'm going to end with the one that I enjoyed the most. And so the game I enjoyed the least out of these four is Not Your Ma's Jong. This is a play on words attempt. I enjoy puns in board game titles as much as the next person, perhaps even a little bit more, and I don't really care for this one. There's a story behind this game. The two designers enjoyed playing mahjong with their mothers or their grandmothers or something like that, so they wanted to make a little card game kind of for their family. And, I respect that and everything, but this is just not a good development of mahjong. It doesn't have any scoring. It's basically just play until you empty out your hand. And then people will lose coins, and you play until somebody has no coins, or you play 9 rounds. 9 rounds is a lot in this game. Because all it is you draw a card off the top of the deck, and then you discard a card. And you need to create sets of 3s and a pair. You need to create 3 blue 4s, or a run of 3 cards, like red 1, red 2, red 3. And then a pair as well, and then you can throw it on your hand and you win the round. It's very arbitrary. It's very lucky. It removes a lot of the strategic points from mahjong, because in mahjong you play for score at the end of a hand. So even if you're not the person to empty out your hand, you still score points. And so this is not a really great development. It's a simplification. Maybe it's more approachable for sure, but also it's very lucky. And because there's no scoring, except for winning the hand, there's not really a lot to do, and the game can drag on a long time. You could be 1 card away from throwing down your hand and never see the thing that you need. Also, there's a way to steal. If someone discards a card that you need to complete one of your sets of 3, or to complete your hand, you can yell "steal!" and you grab it from the middle of the table, and the other players lose their turn, and the play continues to the next person. I don't know when people will start to just realize that losing turns in games is not terribly fun. It's just not a fun mechanism. Yeah, sure, you can steal out of turn, that would be fine, but the fact that play continues skipping the people that got skipped, I'm out. Not your mahjong, not my cup of tea. Next up is a game that I assume I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's Monstargh! It has a star in the title as the A. Monstargh! I like the theme of this one. You are set designers in a movie studio, and you're trying to make your colored monster the most featured monster in the film. How do you do that? By laying cards out into a grid and then sliding them on top of each other if you play a card that's 1 number higher or 1 number lower. It's very okay. It's very one note. It's very, very simple. And at the end of the game, right, which monster is shown the most? What value is it, the yellow monster, or the orange, the red, or the blue one? And secretly I was the yellow person. But you can figure that out fairly quickly when the yellow monster keeps absorbolofting the other monsters around the table. It's okay. I don't hate it. I really actually hated Not Your Mahjong, but this Monstargh game, I just can't really recommend it. Don't go out of your way to get it. This next game, the third one on here, this is so unfortunate. I think that this is a poor translation decision regarding the title. This is the third game right here, Doggy Style. It is about dogs who are left alone at their house, and the owner's gone, and the dogs can run rampant and do all the things that naughty dogs, shouldn't, or that, good behaved dogs shouldn't do, like jump on the couch and roll around in the bed and raid the refrigerator and urinate on the couch cushions and stuff. But, I've seen a different translation where the title is called Dogs Alone. Dogs Alone makes a lot of sense. It fits thematically. It's not going to discourage people from playing your game, like if you name your game Doggy Style. It's a very unfortunate translation, decision, or whatever. The game's okay. The game is kind of fun. It's more fun than these other two, by I think, by far. But it's still not a game that I would really recommend. The art is very cute. It's such an abominable name. The art's very cute. It has construction paper cutout type, put together, kind of glued together look. I like it. It's about trying to make as big a mess as you can, but kind of cleaning it up as well. And you only score points for the messes that you clean up. Has an okay system. It's pretty lucky. But it's one that is completely innocuous, and some of the cards are really funny. There's one called Smoking a Couple of Good Ones, where the dogs are sitting around smoking these big fat cigars. There's smoke everywhere. It's really funny, but that's the strongest thing I can say about it. Last game that I think is pretty poorly named is Ubongo, the Brain Game, To Go. It's not a terrible title. It's just not a great title. This is just a puzzle box, actually. It's a solo play puzzle thing. If you ever played Ubongo or one of the many Ubongo games that's in the Ubongo cinematic universe, I don't know why there's so many games that take place in the Ubongo verse. There really are a lot, and it's an okay game. It's pretty fun. And this one is, I think, probably one of the best things in the product line, sadly. I don't know. I like the game. It's fine, but it has always has arbitrary scoring. This is just a puzzle box. This is the container it comes in. You slide out the pieces, and it has these little, polyomino-shaped pieces. And the way that you complete one of these puzzles is it'll tell you what 3 pieces you need, and then you try to fit them within the frame here. I like this. I almost like this form factor. It's pretty loud and clunky, but I like that it shows these are cards here in the front, and you can change out what the puzzle is that you play. And so there's easy puzzles all the way to really hard ones. The hard ones will use like 6 pieces in them. The easy ones take 3 pieces. And then the plastic on here can kind of almost hold the Tetris pieces onto there. But as soon as you bump it a teeny bit, because the pieces are very rounded, it will slide off. So unless you're playing this on a perfectly flat surface, which I think this puzzle activity is really neat for something like what I did was when I would kind of sit in bed at the end of the night. If I don't want to be staring at my phone before I go to sleep, I will try to do something different. I would do these as little brain teasers. But if I had it kind of propped up against the pillow a little bit, and as soon as I bumped a piece, it would slide down. It was a mess. But I like this the most out of all the things in here. It's also not really a board game. It's a solo puzzle series thing. And so I thought, am I going to do a full review on it? No, I'll just throw it in with this. I don't really love the title, Ubongo the Brain Game To Go. But if you want any recommendation off of this thing, it's definitely this one if you're looking for a little solo brain teaser type thing. Everything else on here, you could pretty well pass on. And even this one you really could pass on if you own a copy of Ubongo or one of the other 7 games in the Ubongo line. Just play one of those games by yourself, basically. So that's my thoughts on these 4 titles here. Which one had the worst name? Go ahead and let me know what you think. I have my suspicions. Anyway, my name is Chris Yee. Thank you so much for coming by the Dice Tower. Have yourselves a great day.